Hello and welcome once again to another lesson. What influences weather? How does the water cycle affect weather? Weather is the short-term state of the atmosphere or the day-to-day condition of our atmosphere. The water cycle is the continuous movement of water among the atmosphere, land, oceans, and living things. Evaporation, condensation, and precipitation in water cycle are also parts of weather. How are weather and water cycle related? Yes, the weather is dependent upon the movement of the water in the water cycle, which includes all the different processes such as evaporation, condensation, etc. How do air masses affect weather? An air mass is a large volume of air in which temperature and moisture content are nearly the same throughout. An air mass forms when air remains over a region for many days and takes on the temperature and humidity of the land below it. Where do fronts form? A boundary called a front forms between air masses with differing densities. Fronts cause a change in weather as they pass. The temperature and moisture content of the air of the air masses that meet and their movement relative to each other determine the type of front formed. A cold front forms as a cold air mass pushes an existing warm air mass going up. Looking at the picture, you can see that the cold air is shown with a blue color and a blue arrow indicating its direction, which is going to the right. And the warm air is shown using the red color and the red arrow indicating its direction. Meanwhile, warm fronts form as a warm air mass slides up over a retreating cold air mass. You can also see that in the picture. Again, in warm front, warm air mass slides upward over a retreating cold air mass. And thirdly, stationary fronts form when a cold air mass and a warm air mass remain in one place, hence the name stationary, which means not moving or staying in one place. And you can also see that the direction of the movement of each air mass is going towards each other. What are pressure systems and how do they interact? Areas of different air pressure cause changes in the weather. In a high pressure system, air slowly sinks down and spreads outward, while in a low pressure system, air rises and cools. Take note, in a high pressure system, air slowly sinks down and spreads outward, while in a low pressure system, air rises and cools. A high pressure system can form a low pressure system, as what you can see in the picture. How do different pressure systems affect us? Sinking air in a high pressure system generally produces clear skies and calm air or gentle breezes. Rising air in a low pressure system generally produces rains and cloud. How do global wind how do global wind patterns affect local weather? Winds are caused by changes in pressure, which is due to unequal heating. Wind speed and direction are affected by local winds. Globally, there is an overall movement of surface air from the poles toward the equator. Winds bring different air masses to a region, which affects the weather. How do jet streams affect weather? Jet streams are long-distance winds that travel above global winds for thousands of kilometers. A jet stream affects temperatures and precipitation patterns. The polar jet stream travels further south in the winter and further north in the summer. Each hemisphere usually has two main jet streams as what you can see in the picture two in the North Pole and two in the South Pole. Those are indicated by the orange arrows. And again, the direction is from the west to the east. How do ocean currents influence weather? Surface currents in the ocean are caused by wind. Energy is transferred to the atmosphere by the movement of warm and cold currents. Hurricanes and monsoons are affected by ocean currents. As currents flow, they warm or cool the atmosphere above, affecting local temperatures. Coastal areas may have lower summer temperatures than inland areas because of cold water currents. Coastal areas may have higher winter temperatures than inland areas because of warm water currents. Why is San Diego cooler than El Centro in the summer? Yes, judging on the picture, San Diego is a coastal area, and because of the water current, and if you still remember our past lesson about sea breezes, that makes it cooler than El Centro, which is an inland area. Why is Lillehammer colder than Bergen in the winter months? Yes, now this is the opposite. It is because Lillehammer is an inland place and Bergen is a coastal area. And that's it for our lesson for today. I hope that you learned something from this lesson, and I wish to see you in the next lesson. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.